So good afternoon everyone. I'm here to continue to discuss about the history of science and technology in the Philippines. So colonial period, Spanish colonial period. Spain contributed to growth of science and technology in the country. They introduced formal education and founded scientific institutions. During the early years of Spanish colonization, parish schools were established where religion, writing, arithmetic, and music were taught. Colleges and universities in the archipelago, which are the University of Santo Tomas, Colegio de San Ildefonso Cebu, or also known as the University of San Carlos now, Colegio de San Ignacio, Manila, Colegio de San Juan Letran, and Colegio de San Jose, Manila. Sanitation and more advanced agriculture were taught to native Filipinos. The Spanish also contributed to the field of engineering by constructing government buildings, churches, roads, bridges, and forts. Biology is given focus during this period. Contributors to science in the archipelago during the 19th century were botanists, Father Ignacio Mercado, Dr. Trinidad Pardo de Travera, and Dr. Leon Maria Guerrero, chemist Anacleto del Rosario, and medicine scholars Dr. Manuel Guerrero, Dr. Jose Montes, and Dr. El Rodario Mercado. In the later part of 16th century in Spanish colonial period, San Juan Lazaro Hospital was developed by Fray Juan Clemente in 1578. In the 18th century, the Real Sociedad Económica de los Amigos del País de Filipinas, founded by Gobernador Jose Vasco E. Vargas in 1780, encouraged research in agriculture and industry and promoted cultivation of indigo, cotton, cinnamon, and silk industry. In 1789, Manila was open to Asian shipping, inaugurating an era of increase in export of rice, hemp, tobacco, sugar, indigo, and imports of manufacturing goods. The 19th century. There were no schools for engineering in this course of time, but they offered nautical 4-year course for pilot of merchant marine that includes the subject arithmetic, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, physics, hydrography, meteorology, navigation, and pilotage. Modern amenities such as steam tramways, waterworks, newspaper, electric lights, banking system were also introduced in the 19th century. Now, after the Spanish colonial period, there was the American period. The progress of science and technology in the Philippines continued under the American rule. On July 1, 1901, the Philippine Commission established the Bureau of Government Laboratories, which was placed under the Department of Interior. The Bureau dealt with the study of tropical diseases and laboratory projects. Science during this time was inclined towards agriculture, food processing, forestry, medicine, and pharmacy. Now we shall proceed to the post-colonial period. Shortly after World War II, Ferdinand Marcos became the 6th President of the Third Republic of the Philippines. During his presidency, the importance given to science grew. In the amended 1973 Constitution, Article 15, Section 9, he declared that the advancement of science and technology shall have priority in the national development. In his 2 terms of presidency and during martial law, he enacted many laws promoting science and technology. These are the notable accomplishments of science and technology under Marcos' regime. The Department of Education was directed to revitalize science courses in public high schools. Additional funds were channeled to support projects in applied sciences and science education. A big part of war damage fund was given to private universities to encourage them to create courses in science and technology and research. Upgrade of science curricula and teaching equipments. Establishment of PAG-ASA, PNOC, National Grants Authority. Establishment of the National Academy of Science and Technology, or later known as DOST. And that's all for my report.